welcome to the General Hospital recap for September 22nd. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Also, be a beauty.
I can't incorporate new stuff without ruining old stuff. I can't incorporate new stuff without ruining old stuff.
Also, be a beauty and click that bell down there so you get personal notifications every time we upload a new recap.
What are you doing, Mr. Cessna? Mr. Cessna, can you not go over my house? I'm filming a video. Thank you.
Also, there will be a poll in this video somewhere. Be sure to look out for the gray bar up there. I'm trying to see if I could extend the length of time the gray bar is up there, but for right now, I don't know how to. But if you click it once and it shows up down there near the description, if I do more than one poll, you can see all of them at one time. So feel free to vote in all of them when you see them, because you never know what's going to happen. And thank you to everyone who has already taken the polls I've made. I like making polls. And I like when people take my polls. So I've just been in heaven lately. Let's get right to it. At Nell's, Nell and Michael don't seem to be mad at each other anymore. And she says that someone is buying her apartment out from under her. Michael doesn't want her to rush to find somewhere else. He has to go now and wrap up some business. So I definitely wonder what he's doing. It can't be anything that has to do with Nell, right? Right? At Pizzulo's, Milo's downing bread like a fiend. Sonny comes in. He tells Milo he just came back from seeing Jason, and Milo just keeps downing bread. He's worried about how much he's supposed to tell them about what Jocelyn's doing while he's guarding her. Sonny asks what's going on. So this whole thing's really like kind of about Oscar. Basically, he respects Jocelyn, so that's good enough for Sonny. Sonny doesn't need to hear the play-by-play, because as long as Oscar's being nice, but apparently Carly wants to hear the play-by-play. Sonny's like, don't worry about it, just do what you're doing, and unless like something horrible happens, you don't have to tell us. So Milo's gonna go back and guard Jocelyn now. Michael comes in and he and Sonny talk about Jason real fast. He also tells him the Nell fiance story and that he believes Nell's story. Sonny's like, let's not forget that she drugged me. So like where your line that you think Nell wouldn't cross is like different from where the line is. Like Sonny's line is all the way over here. You can't even see it. Okay, it's all the way over here. Michael's like, oh no, she wouldn't kill anyone. Hi PJ. And Sonny's like, well, at least use your resources and investigate. But Michael's just gonna take it on trust. Michael then gets a call from Lucy. Everything seems set, title and deed. And Sonny's like, oh, you're doing stuff with real estate now? And Michael's like, oh, don't worry about it. It's personal. Like he won't say. It's weird. And now he's outwardly keeping things from his dad because of Nell. So first he makes his mom feel like she's crazy and digging up drama when he knew that Nell was lying and covering for Jocelyn. And now he's being secretive. And I know he's an adult and he doesn't have to tell them everything. I acknowledge that. But it just it feels weird right here when like you're acting different because of a significant other. Right here. Got this motion happening. I know. At Kelly's, Jocelyn and Carly are talking, and Carly says that she talked to Milo about last night. Jocelyn panics, and Carly says that she just knows that they went to the footbridge, and then she's like, what did you think Milo told me? And Carly's really trying to get information out of Jocelyn and find out what she and Oscar were doing. Do they have to have a certain conversation? And then Nell comes in, and Jocelyn's like, oh my god, come sit with us. Things are tense, to say the least. Nell is just going to sit outside, and Jocelyn's like, what's happening? You guys were kind of getting along. And Carly says that she discovered something about Nell's past that's concerning, and Jocelyn would like to know what it is. Carly's like, hey Nell, sit over here. You can go tell Jocelyn about everything. Nell gives a super watered down situation that barely is anything. Like she won't go into details because it's so painful, and she can't delve into that part of her life. And Nell says that all that matters is that Michael means the world to her and she wouldn't hurt him. Nell's gonna go outside. She's finding a new place to live, and Carly's like, okay, go far away. So Carly's leaving, and Nell says that she's sorry to interrupt her time with Jocelyn. No, you're not. Carly says that she's sorry about a lot of things. Jocelyn wants Nell to sit with her now that Carly left. Milo is back as her guard. Michael comes in. Jocelyn takes off. Nell tells Michael she's gonna go look for apartments today, and Michael tells her that she doesn't have to move as of 10 minutes ago because he bought her apartment. Of course he did. Why wouldn't he? Back at Pizzulo's, Carly comes in and just says, unbelievable. And honestly, that's how I want to enter a room from now on. My name is Carly, and plenty of unbelievable things happen in my life, so I'm just going to throw doors open and go, unbelievable. She tells Sunny what happened with Jocelyn and Nell, and she's been contacted by someone who has information on the Zach situation. She also tells him at least Nell is losing her apartment and she'll have to move out of town, and Sunny's like, I think Michael bought Nell's apartment, and Carly's like, ugh. At Elizabeth's, Christina picks Jake up to go see Jason. Franco calls Betsy and wants to hear from her, and Elizabeth asks who he's talking to, and he lies and says it's the shipping company. But she notices that he's been super withdrawn, and she wants the truth because lies of omission also count as lies, so he takes the picture out of his pocket. He fills her in on everything he thinks is going on, and he thinks his imaginary friend is real. The imaginary friend could be Jason. So Liz says that Jason's been in Port Charles his whole life, and Franco thinks that maybe the DNA test that they got done before got tampered with, and he just wants to be able to figure out what's going on. Elizabeth thinks that there's a simple explanation. She thinks that the kid in the picture is just a blonde kid. Franco wants the truth because he feels like it'll finally be the thing that fixes him and he can be the person that he wants to be. He just wants peace, but he's hitting a wall, and Elizabeth tells him to go see his mother face to face. At the long-term care, credit to my mom on this one because we got to talk real fast. When they in Russia said that patient 6 was shot and thrown into water, my mind immediately went to Nicholas. But my mom pointed out to me last night that Jason was also shot and thrown into water. Something I'm sure the majority of you already realized. I just wanted to tune you into the fact that I just realized it and probably wouldn't have realized it for another few months. Unless my mom had said something yesterday. My first poll, because I just got to feel better about myself, is did you also connect that Jason was shot and thrown into water when they initially said that? Sam is there with Jason. Christina comes in with Danny and Jake, and apparently Jake is wearing a different backpack. My mom pointed that out. I didn't notice. It's really hard on Sam seeing the kids with him, and the kids are like really, really amazing. Jake has a drawing for him. It's the whole family, and they use Scout's handprint as the sun, and they want him to wake up, and they're even singing a song, and they're too cute, and Sam's recording on her phone because, like, honestly, they're adorable. The kids hang the picture up and leave because Jason has physical therapy now, but it was a really nice visit. In Russia, patient 6 gets up, and Ava is still there. She tells him about Klein's call. She doesn't want to get herself in trouble either. So what are they to do? His family wouldn't want him to be left to his own devices, and she thinks his family is waiting for him and wants him back, but he kind of nods that his family isn't waiting for him, or shakes his head, not nods. Yes, he has a family. Do they know he's here? No. So who put him here? Ava gets a pen and paper so he can write. Ava tells him that they're going to be upping his dosage, and this could be the last clear moment he has for a long time. At Betsy Frank's house, Betsy is on the phone with Heather saying she didn't tell Franco anything. Do whatever she wants. It turns out Franco is there in the room. Betsy says she's leaving on a cruise, but Franco heard her. He knows Heather doesn't want him to know something, but he really wants to know. He has to know. And now end scene. Jocelyn asks Milo how much he tells her parents, and he says he wouldn't outright lie if he was asked a point-blank question, but he's not going to offer up information. Jocelyn will do her best not to put him in a tight spot. Carly thinks that this could be the beginning for Nell, and she's just starting to drain the bank, aka the bank being Michael. Sam talks to Jason. She's going to go home and try to start a routine with the kids. Her heart is staying with him though, and she's going to take care of everything. Elizabeth tells Jake the duplicity painting was sold accidentally. Again, not so much. You can cancel the sale. You're the one with the item. Betsy tells Franco to leave it alone, but it's making him crazy, and he can't have that in his life again. He won't lose Elizabeth, and Betsy says she lied to him. His imaginary friend wasn't imaginary. There was a twin. Patient 6 is writing on the piece of paper Ava gave him. What did he write? It's a phone number with a Port Charles area code. Now we're in Jason's head in the long-term care facility. His eyes are starting to open. Sam's voice is in his head. The kid singing is in his head, and his eyes totally open. Betsy tells Franco there was a twin, but he wasn't his twin. Me and my mom actually had a really great conversation about this the other day. She didn't watch so much when James Franco was on the show and how they did that whole Jason is Franco's twin. She really wasn't watching. She loved Jason, right? Steve Burton. She loved him. And she started watching, let me say, 2 weeks before he left for good. So needless to say, she was upset. So last night I was filling her in on kind of where their filling in all the pieces of the puzzle here, where it's like Heather had said that Jason had a twin and she sold the twin to Betsy Frank. So basically now they're saying that Heather wasn't lying about that and there was a twin, it's just that Franco wasn't that twin, and it got a little complicated. But it was a really great conversation, and I've been throwing this idea around in my head for a few weeks now that we've kind of had the secret patio, because the patio kind of inspired it. But I was thinking of making a video that would go up Sunday morning that would just be like General Hospital talk, and we talk about the storylines, the theories. You guys would leave comments for stuff you would want us to talk about, and it would either be me or me and my mom, because we had like this amazing conversation and I'd love to capture that on camera. Patio chat, or secret patio chat, that's what we were thinking of calling it. Let me know, I'll do another poll. So if you had no idea what that poll was saying, or it was like, well, how do you feel about patio chat, now you know. Let me know either in the comments or in a poll if you like the idea of kind of a Sunday video to talk about, you know, the comings up on General Hospital, storylines, anything you would want us to talk about. And maybe we could incorporate the results of the polls throughout the week in the Sunday video, like just to be more conversational, because these are recaps and I know I insert my own kind of take on it, but just to have like a separate thing that's just talking about the show and interacting. Alright, so that is it for today's General Hospital recap. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday for more General Hospital. Okay, bye!